Part 2. Listen to the type of power we are up against. According to Wikipedia, under William G. Boykin, B-O-Y-K-I-N, quote, William G. Jerry Boykin was the United States Deputy Undersecretary of Defense for Intelligence under President George W. Bush from 2002 to 2007 and retired general officer. Sometime afterwards, Boykin served at the Central Intelligence Agency as Deputy Director of Special Activities and was promoted to Brigadier General. He was later made Deputy Director for Operations, Readiness, and Mobilization when assigned to the Army staff. From 1998 to 2000, he served as the Commanding General, U.S. Army Special Forces Command at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Listen up. From 2000 to 2003, he was the Commanding General, United States Army John F. Kennedy Special Warfare Center, Fort Bragg, North Carolina. In 2003, he was appointed Deputy Undersecretary of Defense for Intelligence under Dr. Stephen Cambone, Undersecretary of Defense for Intelligence. Stop. So as you can clearly hear, we are dealing with a cat with the political, religious, military, and ruthless clout only a Raphaim who has been around a few lifetimes can obtain. Before we get to the main evidence and how it links to our next exhibit, allow me to get your minds right by first providing you with the information that, if perceived correctly, should fit Scripture like a glove. In this case to mean the type of men that will be in the service of the councils the Anointed One warned us about. Oh yeah, remember when I read the Christian military order, that military orders recruitment letter to you? You remember the call to action draped in the imagery of the Christian Crusades? You know, the same Camp of the Saints imagery we discovered Steve Bannon is currently putting his hand to the plow to emulate. You know, the same Steve Bannon who graduated Virginia Tech as an urban planner who just so happens to be a member of the secret cabal of Christian conservatives with an all-access pass to not only world money and power, but also black water mercenaries and official military black ops technology as well? Right, Miss Amy. Right. Dark Prince Steve. Well, Wikipedia tells us, quote, he has referred to himself as a, personal quote, proud Christian Zionist in reference to his support of Israel. According to conservative commentator David French, Bannon has, personal quote, done more than any other person to introduce the alt-right into mainstream American life. On November 18th, during his first interview not conducted by Breitbart Media since the 2016 presidential election, Bannon remarked on some criticism made about him, saying, personal quote, darkness is good. Dick Cheney, Darth Vader, Satan, that's power. It only helps us when they get it wrong, when they're blind to who we are and what we're doing. The quote was published widely in the media. Now, when you guys take that and look under what it says under overview and influence, quote, a former practitioner of Zen meditation and a Roman Catholic. Well, what do you guys perceive? I can't hear your answer because this is a video. But if you guys remember us going over that, let's continue for more clues, shall we? We're going to go back to Boykin. Under War on Terror Tactics. Listen closely. A December 9, 2003 article in The Guardian connected Boykin with a secret Israeli counterinsurgency assistance in Iraq. Let me say it again. In a December 9, 2003 article in The Guardian, it connected Boykin with a secret Israeli counterinsurgency assistance in Iraq, allegedly including assassination squads. In another Guardian article, Sidney Blumenthal, President Bill Clinton's former senior advisor and current Washington bureau chief for Salon.com, claimed that towards the end of 2003, it was Boykin who, under Donald Rumsfeld's orders, advised then Camp X-Ray head Major General Jeffrey Miller in Guantanamo to transfer the same Camp X-Ray methods to Abu Ghraib and the Iraqi prison system. Listen up. Boykin is listed as the Grand Chancellor of the Knights Hospitaller of the Sovereign Order of St. John of Jerusalem, a self-styled order of chivalry. Stop. Quote, recognized by over 100 countries worldwide. Bingo. How much do you want to bet? How much do you want to bet? Steve Bannon's new Christian Crusade is somehow, in some way, affiliated with his old Virginia Tech alumni as well. Now that we have slivers of understanding about our culprits, let's take a peek at what type of classified tactics are at the disposal of our prophetic Christian enemies, shall we? According to Wikipedia under John F. Kennedy Special Warfare Center and School, quote, the U.S. Army John F. Kennedy Special Warfare Center and School, known informally as SWCC, primarily trains and educates United States Army personnel for the United States Army Special Operations Command, which includes Special Forces, Civil Affairs, and Psychological Operation personnel. Listen extremely close. Its purpose is to recruit, assess, select, train, and educate the U.S. Army Civil Affairs, Psychological Operations, and Special Forces soldiers by providing training and education, developing doctrine, integrating force development capabilities, and providing career management. Stop. Bingo. Why bingo, you ponder? For the connecting evidence we needed to crack this whole case wide open. Check it out. According to Wikipedia under Psychological Operations, subtitle United States. Quote, psychological operations, psychops, are operations to convey selected information and indicators to audiences to influence their emotions, motives, and objective reasoning, and ultimately the behavior of governments, organizations, groups, and individuals. The purpose of the United States psychological operations is to induce or reinforce behavior favorable to U.S. objectives. Stop. Bingo. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I don't know if you are analytical like Little Miss Ivy or not, but if you are, surely you have perceived we are exposing a secret Christian military order with not only global reach and psychops capabilities, but they also have an established military relationship with the genocidal, police training, media controlling Israelis as well. But wait! For that was only the tricky part. For my big fig Newton, for I want to shake a few rumps with this one. Notice my assistant, the lovely Little Miss Ivy, as she passes around a pair of official police-issued handcuffs. I'm sure some of you cullets can attest to their authenticity. They are to symbolize me handcuffing myself to produce not just one big fig Newton, but two big fig Newtons wrapped up in one on top of, proving how all of this information will apply to you and I. I would have actually handcuffed myself but you guys bum rushed the stage and beat me up last time. So saying that, behold, the evildoer's mind control wonderwaffen that's designed to persuade the victim to induce disembodied spirits at the exact same time.